Surrey RCMP are investigating a violent early morning home invasion that left a Good Samaritan in hospital with a gunshot wound. It's believed up to 5 men wearing masks and hoods forced their way into an apartment at 76th Avenue and 146th Street shortly after 1 o'clock this morning. They demanded cash and even tied up a man. A 21-year-old man from a nearby suite confronted the group. He was shot, reportedly in the neck. Police say his injury is not life-threatening and the incident was targeted. The search for suspects continues. Well, there is relief and outrage across much of Metro Vancouver this morning following the arrest of a man with a history of sexual violence and the death of a Surrey teenager. 43-year-old Raymond Casey is charged with second-degree murder. He was arrested Saturday morning in Vancouver for the death of 17-year-old Serena Vermeersch. Her body was found last week along some railway tracks near 64th Avenue and 148th Street. Casey is a convicted rapist who was released from prison just last year after serving a 22-year term. A public warning was even issued when he was released. At the time, Surrey's mayor voiced outrage as to why such a high-risk offender would be released at all.
It was evident in the early stages of this investigation that Serena had met with foul play. It was also evident that her murder was random and was likely by an individual not known to her.
It's a somber mood at Sullivan Heights Secondary School, where Serena was a student. Grief counselors were on hand yesterday. Many at the school and in the community are still uneasy, even after news of the arrest and murder charge.
We still feel kind of unsafe, even though there was an arrest. So, yeah, we're still really careful.
It's still kind of dangerous there. There's so many people like that probably, you know, who'd just kill someone on spot.
In a statement, Serena's family says they are receiving support from friends and family, but are requesting privacy at this time. A trust fund has also been set up. Anyone who wishes to donate can mention Serena Vermeer's Trust Fund at Coast Capital Credit Union. A cyclist from Vancouver is in serious condition in a hospital in Seattle after being hit by a truck. Seattle TV station Cairo 7 has identified the woman as Diana Lupieri. She was touring the Pacific Northwest on her bike when she was hit yesterday afternoon in Fife, Washington. Police say the collision happened on a crosswalk as the truck was making a right-hand turn. Police officers don't like being impersonated, so the VPD is glad to have arrested 3 people conning tourists out of their money. The scam started last week at spots along the waterfront, the West End, and even in Kitsilano. East Asian tourists were approached by 2 white men claiming to be police officers. An Asian man posing as a victim then encouraged the tourists to hand over wallets and passports.
It was sleight of hand where they would remove cash to the wallet, return that wallet back to the victims. And in many of the instances, the wallets were returned without the victims even knowing that their money was missing. It wasn't until later when they went to a store to buy something that they realized that their cash was missing, their credit cards were missing.
Charges are pending against the 3 accused. Police have recorded 13 incidents so far, but they are looking for more potential victims. Canadian Pacific wants to set the story straight in its battle with the city of Vancouver over the Arbutus Rail Corridor. CP has taken out a newspaper ad directed at residents attributed to its CEO. He says the city has rejected a number of offers CP has made for the dormant rail line. They include rezoning and land swaps that would cost taxpayers little or no money. The railway has valued the corridor at $400 million, but the city has only offered $20 million. CP has outraged residents by removing community gardens along the line.